Hi, my name is Stanley, but everybody knows me as Shauni. I grew up in Atherton, and when I was 10 years old I moved back to Mergen in Cherbourg. So my mum is one of 7, she's the youngest daughter of 7. All of my aunties and uncles grew up in Mergen with my nan and pop. I'm the eldest daughter and the eldest of 6 children, and I've lived in Mergen with my mum. I went to boarding school because my mum wanted me to have a better education. She wanted me to get away, and there was a lot more opportunities in Toowoomba for me. Boarding was different, definitely, compared to being in Mergen. It was like a different world when I first went over. I was very homesick at the start, definitely. I miss my family. I'm a very family-orientated person, so that was a big thing for me. Once I overcame the homesickness though, I enjoyed it a lot. It was my mum calling me then once a week to try and see how I was. But yeah, no, it was great. I made lifelong friends as well, so still in touch with all of my friends who I went to school with.
Education, it holds the key to everything. It can open up many doors and lock many doors, and then also unlock other doors. And I sacrificed a lot for my babies to go over there. Many nights I laid awake crying and that. And even now I've got to get ready for my little fella to go to boarding school. So there'll be 5 of my 6 children going to boarding school. Financially, it's hard, but you make it work because, you know, my belief is I give and it will always be returned back to me. And but I'm very proud of my children. I've got 2 that have completed year 12, and I've got my other 2 daughters over at the Glennie School now doing year 11 and 10.
I had dreams. I had a dream actually. I wanted to become an air hostess. So in order for me to do that, I knew that a second language was required. I decided to learn Japanese. So from grade 8 to 12 I learned Japanese. Then after finishing school I went on a gap year to Canada. And I realised while I was in Canada that I really loved the ethics and morals of Rotary, you know, community and just service. And I really enjoyed that, and my dreams kind of changed, and I decided I wanted to do something around helping people and giving back to the community. So that's when I decided that that was what I was going to pursue, and I wanted to find a job that I loved doing in that. It was more about the cultural experience for me to get to know Canada. So that was really great. I also worked a lot with my Rotary Club in Canada, so I did a lot of different activities, a lot of volunteering. It opened a lot of doors for me, and it really, over there my confidence grew. So I came back and nobody really could believe it, because before going to Canada I told my mum that morning I wasn't getting on the plane. I was certain that I wasn't going to go over. So my mum was a big push. I know it was hard for her to tell me that I was getting on the plane, right or wrong. And also, you know, there was the Rotary Club in Mergen here. They really were so supportive of me. Mr. and Mrs. Shelton were a great, huge support, and I knew that I couldn't turn back now. You know, they had spent so much time and effort in making sure that I was able to go and have that once-in-a-lifetime experience. I stayed with 4 host families. Every 3 months I'd go to a different host family. My either host dad or host mum were Rotarians in Canada, so I got to know them. I went to the Tuesday meetings every morning, even in winter, -20 degrees, it was freezing, but I went. Got off the plane and my family and friends were all waiting with a big banner welcoming me home, so they were obviously so excited to see me. I knew that I wanted to stay home after being away for 5 years at boarding school and then a year abroad. So I decided that I needed to try and look for a job around town. That was one of the hardest things, just getting out there and getting back into the workforce. I got the job, and now I'm working in Cherbourg at Lives Lived Well. So I help with Murray Court. I'm doing community engagement, I'm working with the youth, and I'm also helping with different events that happen in the community. So the Are You OK Day, Reconciliation Week, just different events that come across. We try and be a part of that as well.
My dad always said about education being the key to everything. So we all went to grade 12. For me, I've had many a strong woman in my life. One woman who has been instrumental in my life, and that they now told me that it was stronger to walk away than to stay and put your children through the violence and everything. So I do believe now, and I hope my children do see that everything I do for them.
The Commonwealth Games experience was amazing.
Seeing her live on TV and that they're now presenting the gold medal to the record-breaking thing, I think I was more excited seeing my daughter than the girls on the podium.
What's always stuck with me growing up, what my pop and all of my family have always said, is that education is key. Yeah, you need to do what scares you sometimes in order to live a little. But as long as you just keep at it and you get back up once you fall down, you know, that's the main thing. My short-term goal is to go to university and get my Bachelor of Social Work, and once I've got that degree I would love to eventually move back to Canada and see my families and just reconnect with my friends that I made over there.
She's still growing as a young woman, and that, you know, that she can be a role model. Her brothers and sisters see her as that. And just to imagine that little shy little girl that first went over to Glennie to the young woman now, I'm very proud to be her mum.